Hello everybody, welcome back to FYI. It's Crystal and I'm so excited to be here with you today. So today I'm going to be talking about, certain ideas and ideologies we must be able to uphold while we live to enable us have the best lives ever. Now, isn't it amazing how certain times we just get caught up in life's circles? We get caught up so much so that we even forget that there are certain truths we must abide with to ensure that our lives become the best lives possible. I mean, imagine how short life could get. One of my mentors would always say, no matter how long you live, life is short. Two-Face was the one who said nobody wants to die, but we all want to go to heaven. That's because life is sweet, regardless of the challenges. Every day people are complaining, oh gosh, life is so hard, life is so tough, blah, blah, blah. But everybody still wants to live. Nobody wants to die. But then, while we're trying to live, why don't we work so hard on making sure that these lives we're living the best lives possible? Join me as I mention a couple, truths that everybody must try to indulge going forward to ensure for happiness and completeness in life. Because what is life if you're not happy? All right. Number one, always remember that great success is usually, often, always preceded by failure. Mention one person it is that you know who is so successful today and renowned in the world of today and has not experienced major failures. All of them. I mean, look at Einstein, for instance. The light and the bulb creation that everybody enjoys world over right now was brought to, materialization by him. But he failed so many times. And guess what? He didn't consider any of those times failure. He only said to himself that every time, he didn't succeed, he just got one step closer to creating the solution. And at the end of the day, voila, he had a breakthrough and it worked. Today, everybody in the whole entire world are benefiting from his invention. So get comfortable, with experiencing your failures. Embrace them because they are your failures. They are part of the makings of you. Do not live in them though. Outlive in them. Use them as a stepping stone to that place in your life where you want to be. Remember, every great success is usually, often, always preceded by some sort of failure. Number two, being busy does not necessarily presuppose productivity. You're always on the run, you're always on the streets, you're sweating and doing all of that stuff, running helter-skelter, always busy, yet you never have money. It's fundamental that you know that being busy does not always presuppose productivity. You might be busy, but you're not productive. What do you do in this kind of situation? Make sure you are being productive. Learn to be able to work not just hard, but smart. Preferably, just work smart and forget about the hard part. But where you cannot help it, ensure that you work hard, ensure that you work smart. Because by the time you merge two of them together, success will always be your portion. Success will always be your story. So make sure that you are productive in all you are doing. How productive are you? In all that you are doing, what are the benefits for you? In all that you are doing, what are your end results? If you are not seeing end results, then you probably are just wasting your time. And life is too short to waste your time. Always remember that. Number three, remember that you are as good as the people that you associate yourselves with. Remember, birds of the same feather flock together. Show me your friends and I'll show you who you are. If you want to be a billionaire, surround yourselves with people that are billionaires. If you want to be an entrepreneur, surround yourselves with people who are entrepreneurs, okay? If you want to be an athlete or whatever, surround yourself with people who have the experience you're looking for. Surround yourself with people who would help you. Surround yourself with people who would inspire you, who would motivate you to push yourself way and beyond the limits. You cannot have an aspiration and not look for people who are, at that path that you are yet to approach. You cannot have an aspiration and then not surround yourself to be with people who have gone through everything that you are about to go through. Always surround yourself with the right people because you are just as good as the people that you surround yourself with. 4, always remember that you are living the life you created. Wake up, people. Wake up, guys, and take responsibility for your life. Whatever it is you're doing right now, whatever the life it is you're living right now, you are responsible for it. You created that life, hence you are living it. Don't become a victim. Don't blame it on other people's inactions. Blame it on yourself, because life will give to you what you presented to it. Life will open up to you what you reached out to receive. So away with that victim mentality. No more of it. Embrace life in its fullness. Know that life will never reach out to you unless you reach out to her and grab her. Grab her hard and don't let go. Then all your onions, all your flowers will come to you because you deserve it. While taking steps, remember that you always want to be at the bottom of a ladder that you are about to climb, as against being at the top of a ladder that you don't want to climb. Never forget that. If I were you, I would write that down on my vision board. Whilst trying to climb a ladder, remember that it's always better to be at the bottom of a ladder that you want to climb, as against being at the top of a ladder that you don't want to climb. So remember to stay true to yourself, be your true, authentic self, and just live out your life. Remember, number 5, that fear is an evil root that you need to pull out. It's an evil shrub. Fear is what will keep you from going out there. Fear is what will stop you from approaching the world. Fear would hinder you. It will make you procrastinate. It will make you want to keep postponing and postponing and postponing. Take a step. I remember when I wanted to start YouTube, I had been on this dream and this vision for so long. Amongst other things, I was also afraid of the reaction I would get, afraid of failure. But then again, if you never even took the steps in the first place, how would you know whether or not you would have been a success? I kept at it, and thankfully, we are growing, and I'm right here. Most importantly, I'm right here and I'm not going anywhere. So nip fear from the root and make sure it doesn't have or take a hold on you. Remember, number 6, you do not have to wait for an apology to forgive. I tell people who are close to me with every opportunity I have that sometimes when you forgive somebody, you're forgiving that person for your benefits and not for the benefit of the person. You know why? Because when you forgive this person, you've let go. You let things in you that have been holding you down out. So that gives you the opportunity and space to take in positivity. When you hold grudges or when you're angry at somebody, it slows you down. It stresses you out. It slows down your mental faculty and your mental process. But when you let go, you just see that it's like taking a deep breath. You feel relieved. You feel reinvigorated. So if somebody hurts you, sometimes instead of waiting and waiting for an apology, forgive the person, because you're doing it for yourself. And remember, in the game, you are always the most important person. Number 7, remember to live in the moment. Live in the moment. What happened yesterday, yes, is important, because we cannot have today without yesterday. But also, sometimes what will happen in the future, for the most part, you can only hope and presuppose. But you never really truly have control over it. All you have is hope. So for a quick minute, forget about yesterday, because you really cannot change what happened yesterday. Forget about tomorrow, because you cannot enforce it. Focus on today. Live in the moment. Play a little, work a little, make friends, socialize, fall in love, give out gifts, be a shoulder that someone can lean on, and just generally be a happier person. Number 8, your self-worth always has to come from within. You cannot be what is not inside of you. So you need to be able to build up that inner potential. It's in you, and then let it, come out. Let it radiate out of you. Let it radiate out of your inner being. Your self-worth has to come from inside. Forget about the outfits. Yes, it's important. I say that all the time on my show. Forget about how you look, how you smell, how you talk. All of those things are extremely important. But if it does not radiate and come from your inside, my friend, you're sitting on a long thing. Okay? So make sure your self-worth comes from within. Work on yourself constantly and consistently to ensure that it exudes from the inside out. That's the only way you really truly can shine. Remember, number 9, that life is short. Life is short. I'd said that in one of those points I was talking about. Life is short. So make sure that in all of your living, you're living life and embracing it. Make sure you experience new things. Acquire knowledge by all means possible, because you know what? The moment you stop to learn and acquire knowledge, is like death. Because what else are you living for if you feel you know everything? You can never know everything. It's not possible. So life is short. Embrace it. Okay? Make new friends, experience new travels, experience new cultures, and just, open yourself to be blessed and bask in the fullness of the glory of what life has to offer. Finally, and my final point for the day, remember that change is constant. Change is constant. What was in vogue 10 years ago is obviously not in vogue today. What is in vogue today will definitely be obsolete in 10, 15 years from now. But we as people need to be able to build ourselves to be able to acclimate to what is. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? I bet you do. So change is constant, and just as change happens, we also need to happen alongside so we can be on the same page. Get what I mean? All right, thank you guys. So with these points, these truths rather, they're more of truths, because these are fundamental truths that everybody needs to live and employ to have the best life ever. I really believe that you would take these keywords to heart, and then live life based on these principles that I've given you, and watch yourself move to a very happy state. Watch yourself move to a state of fulfillment and contentment, living your best life possible in spite of everything that's going on in the world today. Thank you so much for watching. I believe this episode made sense to you, and if it did, please subscribe, hit the subscription button if you haven't already done that. Hit the bell too, so you'd know every time we drop a new video. Comment, like, and share the video if you will. Thank you guys so much for watching, and remember, make somebody to smile today, because it doesn't cost you anything. I love you for watching.